Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Unstoppable Marketer podcast. With me, as always, is Mark Goldhart. Mark, how are you?
Doing just fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, how are you?
Good. Another Tuesday morning.
I would say.
The clouds have rolled in. The rain has begun. The fall colors have already started changing here in Utah. Have you noticed this?
I haven't noticed that
Yeah.
at all. Where?
If you drive over Suncrest right now, you'll see that the leaves are changing a little bit. But we had a dry summer, and that usually happens. Like when you have a
Suncrest.
drier summer, the leaves change a little quicker.
Do they?
Which is a little unfortunate.
I have no idea. But I do know it is fall fishing, which is great.
Nice. Why is that any different?
The fish get a little more colorful.
Oh, they change with the leaves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it has more to do with spawning and stuff, but
Oh yeah, you've got like the
like the kokanees have gone
yeah,
red.
the kokanees are starting. Not yet.
Oh, they're red.
Oh, but when do they start spawning?
Oh, I don't know when the whole
I think it's like mid-September.
I don't know when like the rush happens, but it's in the fall.
At Strawberry, right?
Yeah, but they're all turning colors. They're turning nice and bright, and then it's easier to fish at night in the fall because it's darker faster.
Yeah.
And I like to fish near dusk.
I have a random question for you that's just something we haven't talked about or I've never asked on this podcast before.
Yeah.
You are somebody who likes to investigate and read up on peculiar things. Is that fair?
It's probably fair.
From conspiracy theories to real things to political
things that are just interesting to me. Yeah.
Right now, what is the most interestingly weird thing you were reading or thinking about?
Interestingly weird thing?
Just the thing that people would just be like, what the?
Oh man.
If you could say one thing, like what's one thing on your mind that you're just like, this is interesting?
Well, I read Annie Jacobson's book, Area 51.
Okay.
And what's interesting in that book is how she talks about, it's not aliens, it's really just more of their secret weapon development and aerospace development that they did there. But also all the nuclear testing. And most people don't know this, but we brought over a bunch of Nazi scientists to develop our nuclear program or help with our nuclear program.
Okay.
And one of those scientists who was like the head of the NASA at one point, and then, whatever, but one of them, basically they didn't want to like go out to the South Pacific to drop bombs anymore. So they started dropping bombs in Nevada without telling anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is where Area 51 is.
Which is where Area 51 is.
Yeah.
Now they weren't doing it like on Area 51. They do it up in these mountains. But what's weird about that is you would think that the fallout from that is like in the air. But one thing that they did not account for is all the earthworms that became radioactive and all the bugs. And then birds were eating them and then dropping them off into fields in Utah.
Interesting.
And so the radioactive waste actually went further. And if you go to where my wife grew up, they have an incredibly high cancer rate.
Interesting.
And she lives on the west side of Utah, in southern Utah, near the Nevada border.
Yeah.
Where they were dropping bombs. And then on the other side of Utah, which is like the Four Corners area, my uncle had a house that had radioactive bricks.
Interesting.
So there's some conspiracies coming out about like our certain like chupacabra sightings or something like that, just like mutated monsters from all the radioactive waste. Hills Have Eyes down there.
Yeah. That's what that show is based off of, right? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I can't remember if it's radioactive or if it's just like inbreeding in that show. Is it more?
No, it's radioactive stuff.
It's radioactive based. It's not like Appalachia inbreeding
I don't think
stuff.
so. I don't think so. That's a messed up show.
Hey, I love Appalachia though. I'm not saying anything. That's just the horror stereotype of it.
I lived near the Appalachian Trail.
It's cool.
Very
Apparently
cool
it's
place.
haunted.
Oh yeah, big time.
People say you hear things,
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
which I'd love to go check it out.
I got.
I like haunted stuff.
There's so much poison ivy and poison oak everywhere in those mountains. So like on all the trails, like if you go off
So if you
that
forget
trail,
some toilet paper, you're in.
if you go off that trail like at all, you are dead. I got
You're just
so
itchy?
much poison ivy
Really?
rashes there, and first time I'd never had it before, and so I just like it was like on my arm, and I had no idea what was going on. I thought I had like
swelling up.
leprosy,
Yeah.
and it like oozes. It oozes,
Oh, really?
and the whatever in the
Disgusting.
not the venom, the poison or whatever, the oils,
Yes.
it spreads because it's oil. So they say not to itch it because if I were to do this and then like do this,
Oh, and then it spreads to your chest.
it spreads because it's the oil from the leaves.
Oh.
And so I had it like everywhere for days before I decided to go see a doctor.
See, doesn't it
It
just
was
make
awful.
sense that people wore long sleeve everything?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's because people were doing stuff like that all the time. Like that was
Yeah,
like a
well-
normal day. Like
Well, yeah,
you
they had to create their own trails.
bushwhack.
Yeah. Yeah.
So crazy. Man, men used to cross oceans on wooden ships. Isn't that nuts?
All right, what are we talking about today?
Can you
We got
imagine?
another marketing blunder we're talking about today.
Blunders.
Okay, so the big blunder of the week, or maybe we'll just call it topic of the week,
The biggest bummer blunder.
is the Cracker Barrel rebrand.
Cracker Barrel. Say it 10 times fast.
Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel.
Sounds like a parrot.
I mean, so what Cracker Barrel did was and we'll put this up, but they rebranded.
They did.
Right? They went from, having the old man and the barrel, and then they went a little bit more minimal. And so what's happening right now is there's a massive outrage on TikTok, and people are just losing their minds. And as of 4 days ago, their stock dropped 10%,
It's a pretty big drop.
which is huge.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that equates to.
I'm really curious what their stores are doing.
Yeah.
Is it a franchise? Is it
That's a good question. I don't know if it's a franchise or how
a McDonald's model, or is it all?
Yeah, I don't know. We those are things that we could probably look up.
But people are not happy.
Yeah, people are not happy. In fact, like it's gotten so much attention that we got to read Trump's message on it.
All the locations are company owned.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so
they're
not a
company
franchise.
owned. Mad
No.
Dog Maddox in the house.
Yeah, Maddox is hot on the mic here. So it's just what Trump says. Cracker Barrel should go back to the old logo, admit a mistake based on customer response, in parentheses, he says the ultimate poll, and manage the company better than ever. They got $1 billion worth of free publicity, referring to the fact that,
Everyone's talking
Everyone's
about
talking
Cracker
about it.
Barrel for the first time in
yeah, who knows
ever.
how long.
Has
Yeah.
anyone ever talked about? I don't know.
Well, on social media, has anyone ever
Yeah,
talked about Cracker Barrel, right?
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know what Cracker Barrel is, by the way, it's like a home-cooked meal kind of restaurant. We're talking about like chicken fried steak,
it's just like comfort
pot
food.
roast, comfort food. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, and I would say maybe like on the slightly higher end.
I have like a faint memory of going there once as a child.
Yeah, we're not talking about like I think we were talking about like referring them to what was the buffet company again?
Chuckarama.
Chuckarama, higher end than Chuckarama.
It's a restaurant.
Yes, it's a restaurant.
Like you sit down, right?
Yeah,
You don't go.
family style, much more prevalent in the South and on the East than it is kind of on the West Coast.
Okay.
Maybe Midwest. I don't know as much about the Midwest, but I used to live down South and I used to live on the East Coast, and they were all over.
Okay.
But yeah, they got $1 billion worth of free publicity if they play their cards right. Very tricky to do, but a great opportunity. Have a major news conference today. Make Cracker Barrel a winner again. But essentially, the main thing that people are really upset about is there's like an old man, and his name's Uncle Herschel, and they got rid of him. So
His name was Herschel.
Unc Hirsch.
I didn't know it. I didn't
Uncle
know he had a
Herschel.
name. Makes it a little more tragic now that he has a name.
Yeah, that he's got like an avatar, like there's a persona around him.
Poor guy.
So what is the deal here? Like, we talk about this all the time, but
I'll tell you what the
brands,
deal is.
please.
This is the deal. We always talk about brands and what a brand is, and this is a great example of just what a brand actually. A brand is just trust.
Yeah, a brand isn't a logo.
It's the trust that you've built.
Yeah.
And by doing a rebrand, you can often fracture the trust. Now, there's a big difference between like if you're a brand that nobody knows about and you rebrand. Like you can always rebrand young and it doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah.
And it depends on your product too. Like no one really cared that Slack changed their logo.
Sure.
Like people thought it was kind of dumb, but
Totally.
it's just like, oh, it looks kind of like Google now, but whatever.
Yeah.
But Cracker Barrel, that's people are sitting down, they're eating. You probably have some pretty like weekly goers. I don't know. You know, like restaurants are different. It's been around for a long time, so obviously people like it.
Yeah, it's been around since the late 60s.
So they changed their vibe. I know that they changed some of their stores too.
Yeah, I think Maddox was saying that they're doing some updating.
Interior.
Well, here's so there's
design.
There's
updates.
two different points we're kind of making here. One, well, let's talk about this one. What you said is a brand isn't necessarily the logo; it's the trust that you build. So,
but a logo represents that
for sure. So,
especially if you've had the same logo for 70 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
How long have they been around, Maddox?
1969.
1969.
Yeah, I just looked that up. That's why I know that.
Okay.
Not a huge cracker, you know.
Okay, so they've been around for
55
years.
56 years, yeah. 55 years. We're 2025.
Yeah.
So,
it's a long time.
So what will be really interesting is, does Cracker Barrel, because they've doubled down on it, right? They're like, hey, this is who we are. This is what we're doing. The big question is, have they built enough trust over the last 55 years that at the end of the day, people aren't really going to do much about it? Like, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the question. Like it clearly has made people angry. I don't know if those people are going to stop going to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. I mean, I was even watching a news article or like watching somebody being interviewed on the news, and the guy even said, I am upset about it. He said, I'll hoot and holler about it, but I'll probably go back. Like those were his words, you know? So, but here's the deal. So like whether it's going to hurt it enough that it alienates their current audience, which to be fair, Cracker Barrel is on the elder, like I think your demographic is older on that one.
Yeah, I have no idea.
To my anecdotal knowledge, it is. So the question is, does it alienate your current audience where they say, I'm not going back, or I don't care as much about this place? Or is the negative ramification that the people who still love it, trust it, continue to go back, but now they just created a logo that blends in with anything else, that it doesn't stand out from anything else moving forward to get new people? Those are kind of two different negatives.
Yeah, you're aging out and you got to get new people in.
Yeah.
So that's a risk they're willing to take, but again, it's the trust you've built. So is there a better way they could have rebranded? Sometimes people think you got to rebrand all at once and have like a big show. And hey, it has created a ton of publicity.
Yep.
So maybe it has worked for them, right? Like we talked about with Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle.
Yes.
I'm sure Cracker Barrel is up in the Google Trends.
Yeah.
I don't know if their store visits are up. I don't know if their sales are up. But a lot of the new audience, this is what's tricky about rebrands. They might be targeting millennials because Gen Z kind of likes the noisy stuff and like the retro stuff. So it's millennials who are all, you know, white houses and minimalistic.
Minimalistic is what you mean by that, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like a millennial house is
Pastel
the whitewashed
colors,
house that's
white
open.
cabinets, light
where there's a big movement
floors,
now in housing where it's like going back to
darker tones,
greens or like different colored rooms
Navies,
and you know, a lot more pictures on the walls or like more cozy is what I'd say.
Yes. This episode of The Unstoppable Marketer is brought to you by BFF Creative. Let's be real, hiring designers and video editors can get super expensive, and that's why I'm excited about what BFF Creative has done. They've built a subscription design service that gives you the feel of an in-house creative team, but at a fraction of the cost, which I'm sure we all could use right now. From ad creatives to social media posts, video edits to full website designs, BFF gives you unlimited designs and unlimited requests starting at just $1,000 a month. The best part about this, their custom app makes it super easy to submit projects, give feedback, review work, and store all of your creative in one place. As a listener of the podcast, you get 25% off your first 2 months with code Unstoppable25. That means unlimited creative for as little as $750 a month. Go check them out right now at bffcreative.co.
So there's probably a targeted approach here. Like, obviously, Cracker Barrel didn't just do this without any kind of market research. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, but they did do generally the no to a rebrand is like not doing it in a phase, like you talked about, like just doing it all at once.
Yeah, they did it all at once, and
yeah.
Maybe they didn't think it would be that big of a change. They're just getting rid of old Uncle Herschel.
Yeah.
But anyways, they're probably trying, but lo and behold, they're definitely getting kicked now, and it might be for the better.
Yeah.
So as brands, just always be aware of that. Like, yes, you might offend some people, but then you also have to remember brands like Pepsi and what was it, Aunt Jemima's, was it syrup or something? And remember they rebranded and everyone was like, they took her out of it.
I feel like I remember this, but I don't remember the details.
There's been a few of these that like people have had outrages about. Like one was the butter brand. They removed like a Native American.
Okay. The
Land O'Lakes
one.
And so, but these types of products are just part of people's habits, and like habits die hard. And like some people might, like, I don't think it really affects them that much.
Here's my thought process.
Because they're not changing everything about the product. Yeah. It's just they change a slight variation of it. They make it more minimal.
Well, I'll tell you where I'd be more worried.
Which probably saves on printing costs when you're printing millions of items.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, where I would start to worry more about is what they do to the design of the stores. Because I know that's a big, like,
people want
that experience is like, have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel before?
If I remember right, it was like wooden.
Yeah, you feel
ship
like
planks.
The redesign is the opposite of that. It's like white and like millennial.
See that's the problem.
White and millennial.
See, to me that's the problem, because the Cracker Barrel experience feels like you're at grandma's house.
Millennials love everything white.
You know how grandma's house is just always cluttered. Like, yes. I know this for example, Grandma Peggy. We haven't shouted Grandma Peggy out for a while. Like, she's moving.
She's got stuff on the walls.
And she's got, like, she's texting us, like, there's this text, hey, who wants this? And it's like a 1950 milk jug. And I've never seen that before. I've been to her house
like, what are you
dozens
doing?
of times. Where's that been? That's just been in her basement. But she's just kept it probably for the last 70 years.
But a Cracker Barrel would have an old milk jug in the corner.
Yeah, you feel like you're at grandma's house, you know? In fact, there was a big trend that was going on with Cracker Barrel that was so funny. It was like...
Oh, but see, there is a trend with grandmas, man. Like, these new grandmas don't even like to be called grandma.
Well, the trend...
Have you heard about that?
Well, I think it's
boomer grandmas
are wanting to be called
Mimas and Mumus and all this other stuff.
Papas and
Stop it.
That's a hot take.
It's ridiculous.
That's a really hot take.
You guys are grandmas and grandpas, okay?
Yeah.
There's my hot take. Stop with this nonsense. If you're Italian or Spanish and you want to go by that language's word for grandma, do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't be making stuff up. It's ridiculous.
I would agree with you, but there are so many people, like, I've gotten so many heated arguments about that one. People get like really upset when you defy that.
Such a boomer thing. Stop it.
Well, it's a millennial thing. I don't think it's a boomer thing as much as I think it's millennials too. I think millennials want it as well.
Millennials want it too?
Yeah, like they want to push, let's call you...
It's stupid.
GG or whatever. But there was a big trend at Cracker Barrel where, because of how cluttered it was, people would take pictures of themselves and like put it in a wooden frame and they just like go set it on a shelf.
I've
Cracker
seen
Barrel.
that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that would not be possible with
hilarious.
their new design anymore.
It's way funny.
I
Like,
didn't
and
know
they'll
that.
they'll just see how long it'll last, and they'll come back like 6 months later, and it's still there.
Well, that was like a social thing, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
trend.
Yeah.
Oh, and they just got rid of it. So they just killed the trend.
So that makes me a lot more worried than the logo side of things. You know, like like you and me are big believers that the logo is like most brands don't really create a love mark the way Jordan did, the way Nike did, right? Love marks are the way Apple did. Like most people don't create logos. When I look at a love mark, I think of it as
you got to zoom out a little bit though. Like when you're talking about love marks, you're talking about brands that have entered into the everyday ecosystem. Like they are part of American life in of itself.
Yeah, what I was going to say, which aligns with what you're saying, is I want to represent that when I walk out.
Most brands are
outside
not
of my
even
shoes,
close
but like
to that.
I mean, can you think of any brands besides?
There's a few. Like there's
besides,
Levi's, there's Vans.
No,
there's,
but like Levi's is not one. Nobody cares to wear the brand. I know you
yes,
get. I know you get
there
it.
are.
I do not.
It's not on the level of a Jordan.
I
or
would
Nike.
totally disagree that Levi's is a love mark. I don't think it is at all.
Oh, it is.
I think it is.
I do not think so.
See, it is. It is.
All right, he's with me. If he doesn't know, he's with me.
Levi's is. And Wranglers is once you get out into like the true.
The Wranglers is a niche
working
one.
class.
It's a niche one. But
I have a Levi's t-shirt.
Listen, I get it. People buy. Obviously,
it's just not on the. I'm just saying it's not. There's different levels to this, but everyone knows who Levi's is.
But your main ones are like people would wear an Apple shirt because they're Apple's nuts. Obviously Nike. Obviously Jordan. I know they're under the same kind of umbrella.
Adidas,
kind of. You know, I think you've got like Louis Vuitton, and you can say some
of
these.
Name mark is for sure.
Yeah, you can say some of the what am I trying to, the high fashion brands, you know, the Louis Vuittons, the Chanels, the Dior's, because people just want to be seen as.
Yes, even though it's on an accessory, not necessarily a shirt. But
yes.
You're kind of mixing up like apparel though. Because McDonald's is for sure one. Burger King.
Yes.
Their logo isn't as important. But like Wendy's, Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Like you do have logos that have permeated into the subconscious is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Cracker Barrel, I don't know why it's one of those.
Yeah, I think most people would know what the logo is.
I think I've been there once in my entire, like literally I have like a faint memory of going there as a kid one time. But I know I know what Cracker Barrel is. I know what the logo is.
Right. So
I don't know why.
The point that I'm trying to make is there's so much competition right now within every product category, restaurants to clothing to whatever, that it's hard to make mistakes because Cracker Barrel style restaurants from a food quality are a dime a dozen. From an experience, probably not as much.
Yeah, food quality.
You can get it anywhere probably.
Well, that's really all you have to differentiate unless you want to move your price points up.
Yeah.
Is based off of, obviously your production and everything as a restaurant is the experience, and Cracker Barrel clearly had some kind of unique positioning.
So it's hard when you alienate an audience like that because now all of a sudden you're like, brands just do not have.
Like now everyone's just going to like a restaurant.
We don't have the luxury of offending, alienating, or disappointing our current audience. Jaguar is experiencing this right now.
Yeah.
Right? I think Cracker Barrel is going to experience this. There's just so much competition that I think brands...
I think they can get away with a logo, but if they keep the interior design and experience going, then that's going to really hurt.
I think by changing the interior, they're changing the whole experience you get at their restaurant, which loses like everything they are. And I was looking up Uncle Herschel, and he is the founder's actual uncle, and he would help promote Cracker Barrel by like walking through the streets and telling people to come.
Oh, so Uncle Hirsch is real.
Uncle Herschel has a spot in the lore.
And they took his
Yes.
breakfast off the menu. People were pissed about it, and they put it back on.
Okay.
They took it off
Yeah,
recently and then put it back on.
as part of the rebrand, and people were so mad about it.
Oh yeah, see, they're just kind of butchering the entire unique selling points
Yeah.
that they had as a company.
I think this is a good point, right? Like, I'm glad, I like where we're going at with this, because it's like a logo alone causes some controversy. Changing a menu, like, that starts to dive into the experience, changing the
And the unique selling
physical
points
location,
of your company.
or not the physical location, but the physical
Experience.
You know,
You're not in grandma's house anymore. You're in like IKEA Cracker Barrel Museum.
interesting. Very, very
All
interesting.
sanitized.
I know Red Lobster has kind of gone through something similar to this.
Hate it.
Like when they got rid of their, was it all you can eat? What was it? Shrimp or it was, I don't think it was all you can eat lobster.
Yeah, but
That
they were
seems-
losing tons of money on it.
That is true. But like, I don't know if they'll recover. that, you know?
I never went to Red Lobster, so I don't know.
My sister loved it.
Really?
Yeah. So we would go there a couple times a year. They do have awesome cheese rolls.
Do they?
Yeah.
I just hate lobster. And I know they had like crab and stuff, but I'm not a big seafood guy.
So, okay. So what are you giving, like, what are your thoughts? What's your final advice here on this rebrand?
Don't lose sight of your customers and what makes you unique in their life.
Yeah. We talked about this on our last episode, actually,
Yeah.
didn't we? Retention, AKA customers returning to you. Especially the e-commerce space is like lower than it's ever been for a lot of brands. Every brand we look at seems to be down at some capacity, and compared to when they first started.
Not every, but yeah.
But a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And the question is why? Right?
Well, a lot of it is just, we've already talked about it in the last episode, but it's continuing to build that trust, but also like delighting. I think brands overthink things. It's always easy just to like zoom out and then like go to a personal relationship. Like you can pleasantly surprise your loved one with a haircut, for example. It might be surprising. They might be in a little bit of shock, but they'll be happy with it, right?
Okay.
I say that personally because like I tend to let my hair get kind of out of control.
Okay.
And
Keep
sometimes
going. Where are you
it's
going
fun.
with this?
As a brand, you can get haircuts. You can't like just change the way. But if I showed up and was just like talking completely different and just, I'm like talking like a Gen Z kid,
Yeah.
I think my wife would be like, what is going on? Like, this is crazy.
This is a new person.
Yeah. Like you're trying to be something totally different. Like, what are you?
Yeah.
But you can change your style a little bit. You can change your haircut. You can do things. So like, we're not saying you can't ever change your logo.
Yeah.
Although there are just logos. There's so like, logos just get worse over time. I don't know what's going on in the logo game.
Yeah.
But the minimalist thing, I hate it.
I do too.
But anyways,
I would love for them to have just like doubled down even deeper. So instead of like cleaning it up, like how do you go even deeper into like grandma's house? You
you just have to bring in some sofas.
Yeah. Do you like
mismatched chairs around the tables?
You're playing only a certain style of music. The
mismatched chairs around tables would be hilarious.
That would be actually
like different
awesome.
heighted chairs.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one, there's like a stool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like somebody has to get the stool.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
That
Your tablecloths are like that, like vinyl-y plastic.
yeah.
Style. Like
Yeah, see, that's what they should have
Double down.
asked us, Cracker Barrel. That would have been viral.
higher, like your servers are like
Speaking of viral,
70 above,
Yeah.
70 and above.
can we
know?
do a quick pivot really fast and just talk about apparently a Utah brand was going viral for the bed rot challenge
No, let's talk about this next week.
next week?
Yes, we can create like a little
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week. then.
episode about that. That's not a bad idea to walk
Yeah, let's
through
do some
that.
research. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, I know a lot about it.
Let's dust off the old particle, do a little spicing.
See how it did for him?
Yeah.
I like it. So final notes, just we'll see what happens to the Cracker Barrel.
It's okay to change.
be
It's
careful.
okay to evolve. Don't change what makes you unique for those people
Yes. And be
and
unique.
others, and be unique.
Yeah. Like the change should be in defining and doubling down on your uniqueness, not your blending in. Because that's all that this seems like to me. They're just trying to blend in more.
And with all these boomers not even wanting to be a grandma, you could have been grandma's house. Come on,
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
Back to this, right? The servers, it's like, it should say like their name tag. You know how if your name tag, it's like Trevor. It's like,
They should hire like super, super chatty old people that just like talk about their lives.
It's
and
like
stuff.
Grandma Kathy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not Kathy, it's Grandma Kathy.
And they only hire 55 and older.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, it's got to be like 65 and older. You know? That would be a cool, like, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would blow up.
And if their workers are like younger, they can be like, oh, I'm like here helping my grandma
Yeah.
like make dinner.
None of the bus boys. Only the bus boys can be like young. And they have to like refer to, hey, Grandma, what can I help you with? That would be awesome. That'd be incredible.
That's great.
Somebody from Cracker Barrel, please listen to this. We'd be awesome on your marketing team, wouldn't we? All right.
Okay. Thanks,
till
everybody.
next week. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for listening to the Unstoppable Marketer podcast. Please go rate and subscribe the podcast, whether it's good or bad. We want to hear from you because we always want to make this podcast better. If you want to get in touch with me or give me any direct feedback, please go follow me and get in touch with me. I am at the Trevor Crump on both Instagram and TikTok. Thank you, and we will see you next week.